Have you ever felt invisible in a room full of people? Not physically invisible, but emotionally erased. Like people looked past you, talked over you, dismissed your feelings, ignored your presence, or treated you like your voice carried less weight than everyone else's. That kind of invisibility changes people over time. And tonight we're talking about something bigger than law or government. We're talking about the human need to be recognized. Aloha Ohana. Welcome to day 52 of my 100 Lives in 100 Days challenge. Tonight's focus is universal human right number 6. Every person has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. Everywhere. Now, on paper, that sounds straightforward, but in real life, it tells a different story. There are people every day who feel reduced to labels instead of seen as human beings. Immigrants, the elderly, the disabled, survivors, the struggling parent, the grieving person, the worker nobody notices, the person society stereotypes before hearing their story. And sometimes invisibility doesn't happen loudly. It happens subtly. Being interrupted constantly, being underestimated, being excluded from opportunities, being spoken to with disrespect, feeling tolerated instead of valued. Small moments stack up. Eventually, people stop speaking up because they believe nobody is listening anyway. But here's what I want to challenge you tonight with. Is recognition is more powerful than people recognize. A simply acknowledgement can restore dignity. A kind interaction can shift someone's entire day. Feeling respected can change how a person sees themselves. That matters. Because when people are treated like they matter, they begin moving through life differently. And this is where humanity comes in. Not a performance, not social media kindness, not surface level awareness, but real humanity. That kind of him, that kind, right? Yeah, I'm from Hawaii, so it's that kind. The kind that notices people, real humanity that notices people, the kind that slows down enough to care, the kind that remembers titles and statuses never determine human value. As a woman of faith, I believe every person carries worth long before achievement enters the picture. Human dignity is not entered through success. It exists because life itself has value. Hear that clearly. Life itself has value. There have been seasons in my life where I felt overlooked. Sometimes questioned whether my voice matters. Moments where I stayed quiet because speaking up felt exhausting. And I know I'm not alone in that. A lot of people are carrying silent discouragement from years of feeling dismissed. That's why this human right hits differently for me, because being recognized is not about ego, it's about humanity. Sometimes healing begins the moment someone fully says, I hear you, I believe you, I see you. Healing begins in that moment. So let's watch the video tonight on human right number 6. You have rights no matter where you go. No matter where you go, you have rights. So tonight, the question of the night is, who around me may be feeling invisible right now? The coworker who stays quiet, the exhausted parent, the person struggling mentally, or the employee everyone overlooks. That elderly person sitting alone. How about that friend masking pain with a smile? People are carrying more than we realize. And one of the simplest ways to walk in aloha is this: acknowledge people, speak respectfully, listen intentionally, and make people feel seen. Because recognition is not just legal, it's relational, emotional, and most of all, it's human. Thank you again for being here with me on day 52 of the 100 Lives in 100 Days challenge. Tomorrow we continue with Universal Right, number 7. And tonight I want to leave you with this reflection. Who made you feel seen during a difficult season in your life? Who made you feel seen? Before leaving, I want to share this one story. When I was going through the domestic violence, I don't know the words, gaslighting, whatever it's called, but that the narcissism in it all, right? Now we hear those words a lot. He made people feel that he was the greatest thing. I knew better, but they didn't notice me. people closest to me never noticed. Never noticed. There was one time that we were in this thing, this brain thing he would do. He would always drill me and would get into my brain, like, and it was about me looking at other men or something like that. And I was trying to defend myself because I knew I wasn't. And constant, right? Until you just felt like you were going crazy. And so I yelled, like out of frustration, I yelled, oh. And at that time, my brother was living in the apartment with us. But instead of asking what was wrong, he said, I never heard you yell like that. Like as if it was my fault. He didn't want to hear about the things that was going wrong. That's not his business. My sister came to the hospital multiple times, emergency room multiple times. Never once noticed, never once questioned. So yeah, feeling invisible, feeling unseen. I know what it means. And now I have the chance to make sure that no one else ever feels that way. I want to bring human rights into every classroom, human rights into every boardroom, human rights into every room, to let people know that you have a right. You have rights, not because you are the elect few, you were born in the right place. No, simply because you were born. You're human. And in my thought, my idea, or not even my idea, it's the truth, the truth. Even before you were born, you're human. You're a human being. You have rights. And no one should be allowed to take those rights away. So, who made you feel seen during a difficult season in your life? It was that doctor, Dr. Irazunin. He saw, he knew, he did something about it. He asked me, are you really all right? And when he asked that question, are you really all right? He looked at me like he had a knowing. Really all right? Are you okay? And I said, no. That wasn't the first time he saw something. The first time he saw something, the abuser, came into the office with me, so I couldn't say anything. The second time, he didn't even give it a chance. He said, "You're gonna wait outside, she'll be back." And that changed everything. That saved my life because he recognized something was wrong and he was not afraid to ask me, the only person who had ever stopped to truly ask me. In a room by ourselves, I was safe enough to say no. And that started the ball rolling. That started the ball rolling of my escape. And when I say escape, I really mean escape. I didn't just simply call it quits and walk away. No, planned it, sent things out, had another account made for money and sending clothes and belongings in flat rate boxes. Until when I left, I never came back. Dr. Ira Zunin was the one who made me feel seen during a difficult season in my life. If this conversation resonated with you, subscribe, share this live, and leave a comment below. I would love to read it. I would love to communicate with you. If you have something to say, feel safe to say it. I'm Michelle Ibarra Kawano, and I will see you all tomorrow night. God's blessings always, and a hui ho.